So, hi Clemens, it's so good to see you again. How are you doing?
Great, good to see you again too, and it's very warm.
It's so warm. We are here in Luzern, tonight playing Karach Angren, but today we are not here to talk about Karach Angren, we talk about your solo album, your second one, am I right?
Yeah, correct, although this one is a little bit different than the first one, because the first one was also consisting of orchestral and film music, and this time I released an EP with only songs basically, and more an industrial kind of approach. Yeah.
So how do you even find the time between all the Karach Angren concerts and the album making?
I don't know, it just happened.
So you're sitting in your room and think, oh, that's cool, I want to make a music about it.
Well, what happened is like I came home after a tour in South America in December, and then when I come home I start to compose, I get in this mode, and I also work with other artists, I worked with Linda Mann and do a lot of arrangements and stuff. So, but I started composing a lot of music, and I had like 30 tracks at some point, and was looking like, hey, I'm gonna save them, or I'm gonna use them for a project, or I'm gonna use them myself. And then the idea grew in me, like, why don't I release them myself? So I tried some vocals, and I started to like it, and yeah, so that's how it started growing gradually. Yeah,
that's cool. So no makeup, just pure Clemens. Is this how it looks like in your mind?
Yeah, it's kind of hard for me to step out like this. I was nervous.
When I listen to your music, because I heard it before, very cool. Yeah. I felt like in an old, futuristic, atmospheric, creepy horror movie.
That's cool.
Yeah. So where did you get your inspirations?
Well, the first track, for example, is called Machine, and last year I was reading a lot about the influence of internet and social media on the brain. Actually, some really cool studies, like there's a book by Nicholas Carr I read that made a huge impact on me. They had this example where people read a piece or story on like hard paper and read the same story on a screen with hyperlinks, and they found out that when you read it online or on a screen, you remind less information, you have a more negative perception of the story. So that was really intriguing to me. So I made this song about like an algorithm speaking from the future, what it has done to humanity. It sounds kind of heavy as a topic, but I still wanted to be the release to be funny and light, but there's also some of this thematic in there. So that's why I intuitively started writing lyrics, and this came out, and it didn't change too much to it. So yeah.
So you made everything by yourself again?
Yeah, everything. The only thing I had it mastered in Germany by 2496 Mastering. They also mastered some of our earlier albums. So with Karach Angren. The rest I did myself. Yeah.
That's really cool. Respect.
Thank you. Yeah.
So is this the kind of music you're listening to in your private time?
Lately, some of this, yes. I was listening to some more Nine Inch Nails and stuff like that, because I've always been about very classical music and composing very, very complex stuff, and I've been doing this for other artists as well. But at a certain point, I was like, not getting tired of it, but it was like I had done enough of it, so I was venturing into other ways of composing. And also, what is cool about this way of composing is that you look at the production side of things. So instead of coming up with a lot of different melodies, you are trying to make cool new sounds, seeing how things are matching, working on a bass drum for an hour or something. So I let myself go with that, and yeah, I'm happy with what the results are.
So how would you describe Parasite Twin to a person who'd never heard it before?
It's crazy, it's a bit industrial and experimental, and what I said, like it's heavy, but it's also light. It's almost like a chorus verse kind of song. Yeah. So it's also fun and not like Karach Angren, or those heavy dramatic.
It's really different to Karach Angren.
Yeah, it's catchy. So I wanted that to be. I wanted to do something fun on the side and experiment.
So unlike Karach Angren, your one song is telling a whole story. Yeah. Not just a chapter. Yeah. Are these all personal stories?
Not really. The Parasite was something I had written down once in an airplane, like I read about it, and I mean, if you have this condition, it's kind of bad, so it's not to make fun of it, but I started thinking of this idea. Maybe it's fun, yeah. So I had this idea where, like, imagine that you have like an extra head, and you have to fight with it all the day. So, and then I had this riff and this song, and I had this topic, and I thought, let's try it. And I was like, Parasite Twin. I did all these weird voices, and it sounded cool. But in the beginning, it was just like a temporary thing. Like maybe this song can be used by another artist. But then I thought, it sounds cool. Why not do it? You know?
Why not doing by yourself? So
Yeah.
cool. Another Clemens Wijers album.
Yeah. Why not?
What do your band colleagues think about it?
They like it a lot. Yeah. They think
Yeah,
it's
me
really
too.
cool. So, yeah.
So, is there anything you want to tell your fans before we finish this interview? Is there anything I forgot?
Well, I love the fans, and
of course.
we're on the long tour again, and it has been amazing so far. And tonight, Switzerland once again. And yeah, if you like a little bit different music, check it out. It's something I do on the side.
I heard it before. Check it out.
Okay,
Of
cool.
course.
Thanks.
You should do.
Follow the leader.
So, thank you very much for being here.
Thank you for
And-
having me.
Thank you so much again.
Okay, bye
Thanks.
bye.